I had a student contact me about studying for exam two and wanted to know some advice for studying for that exam. And I do remember, and we looked together at an advice for studying for the exam for the first exam. And I just wanted to make a video showing that path. And that path has you using a study plan. So one option that you have is to review your homework and to look at that. But the problem with that is that you're looking at problems you've already done and you're not getting the chance to redo them. So I just wanted to show a process that could be used in studying for the exam. So as you know, in this week's module, we're finishing 12.5 and we're preparing for exam 2. And so the exam 2 review is in this week's module as we're preparing to take it. And so here's the review, and you can see that it's somewhat balanced as we go through the different sections. I always try to be balanced. And we have, for example, topics in 12.1, construct a frequency and relative frequency table, 1 question. Construct a stem and leaf plot, single stem only, 1 question. And so maybe I'm reading through these and like stem and leaf plot, I'm like, oh, I don't remember how to do a stem and leaf plot. Let me try that again. Well, the suggestion is to go into MyMathLab. So we would click on MyMathLab, and it would bring us here. We click Open MyLab Mastering. And when we do, we're brought to our home screen. Now, my home screen looks a little bit different than yours because I'm an instructor, but it will bring you to MyMathLab. What I do have, though, is all the same menu options you do, including this one right here, Study Plan. If you click Study Plan, it'll bring up some recommendations first. You're going to want to click on all chapters because you know what you want to study. And it's going to bring up all the chapters. And remember, we're in chapter 12. And in 12.1, I wanted to get some stem leaf practice. And so if I wanted frequency distributions and histograms, I could go here. I wanted to practice stem leaf. And what it does is it brings up some homework questions that involve stem leaf displays. So as I go here, I get a stem leaf question. And we remind ourselves, oh yeah, I remember what a stem and leaf is. Maybe I remember it from what we did earlier. Maybe this is jogging my memory. But I remember, oh yeah, I'm looking at this thing and I have an 8. So I split it into the tens area. 0, come down here 1, come down here 2, and come down here 3. And then I'm going to go put in the data. So I'm just going to go across. And I don't know if you know this, but you can copy that data to a clipboard, open it in StatCrunch. Not super helpful. You can organize it actually in Excel if you wanted. But I'm just going to go term by term. And I have a 12, and so I remember I put the 2 there. And 26, I'll put a 6 here. I'm just going across the top. Another 26, I'll put comma 6. A 13, so put comma 3 in that box. An 11, a 1, a 30, a 29. And what I get is ability to practice and see if I've done things right or if I'm remembering correctly. Then I get my 8. I'll just quickly go through here. 28, 24, 19, 6, 21. And then, of course, you have to go to the different boxes. 24, 17, 14, 23. So my point is not to show you how to do this problem. My point is to show you where you can get to some practice problems that are directly practicing what you want to practice. 39, 21. Now, I would use this to check, am I doing this right? am I able to put in these numbers in whatever order I want, or did it want them in numerical order? 28, 23, and another 14. Okay, so I feel like I've done it right. So I'm going to check my answer. And tell me nice work. So there's a few things here. I got practice doing this thing that I was hesitant about. I get reinforcement that the order of the numbers doesn't matter, right? I put these in the order that I saw them, not numerical order. So it also shows me the distribution, and I can get practice this way. So again, remember, the path was being in here, clicking on My Lab Mastering, clicking Open My Lab Mastering, coming over here and choosing Study Plan, going to all chapters, and choosing what you want to practice, right? So if you wanted more practice with standard deviations, well, here we go. We can practice range and standard deviations. Obviously, if you feel like things are fine, then you don't have to do that particular problem set. But you get a few standard deviation problems to look at, right? If that's what I wanted to practice with. And it's just like homework where you check your answer, and if it's wrong, then we're good. So I would stick to only the questions that it brings up. It's going to bring up part of homework that are directly related to what you're doing and what you want to study. So hopefully this is helpful. Take care.